We go back a long way. She was 12, I was 30, but anyway.
But none of us are going to deny that he had a rough night. Not 24 hours later, the New York Times is out with an editorial titled, "To serve his country, President Biden should leave the race," including Democrats giving up on him too quickly. It was a bad night, but it was just one bad night.
That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer. Be defined in a single word. I was going to put him. More than half of the women in my administration are women. We went for two reasons. One, to. Oldest of three, and I've got a sister who's the love of my life. Kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. In 2018, when they tried to do it, we went to 54 states. 54 states. Where Roosevelt came up with a thing that was totally different than it's called. He called it the World War II. He had the world.
You want him to do you so much you could do anything.
Two of them look like they really could and did play ball, and the other one looks like he could bomb you. Figuring out whether you're for me or Trump. And you ain't black. These white supremacists, Nazi sympathizers, carrying Nazi fags. Two words. Made in America. Over $1.2 trillion.
Sir.
If they have to pay out $159 billion lead. The Latino community is an incredibly diverse community. Unlike the African American community. With notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community. COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives, when you think about it.
So either you believe in your guy to be the one to push the agenda forward, to move Democrats where they need to be, to keep the country in a good space.
What the fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
Or you let him go. But you can't have it both. You can't let him go and then all of a sudden try to convince the voting public that you're behind another guy who you still think is the proper choice over Donald Trump. What I also think this says, Stephanie, which is weird to me, is for everything that Democrats have said, there is a fear that we saw not just with Joe Biden, but around Donald Trump, and the fact that he, in some weird way, is not going away. Whether it's the indictments, whether it's the convictions, whether it's the impeachments, whether it's the investigations, he's the bad villain from a horror movie that will not die.
Today, we're going to talk about how to stop smoking crack.
And I think that there are people in the Democratic base, after watching the debate last night, who really feel a sense of fear about that.
Oh, what the fuck does he want? Who gives a shit? Call the cops!
If you know that you've been smoking crack cocaine or using other types of drugs, put down the pipe.